Nearly 3 weeks ago, we came here to DC and everyone here loved Joe Biden. After the debate, his age and mental acuity was brought into question. And then less than 24 hours ago, he dropped out as the Democratic Party's nominee and endorsed Kamala Harris. What happened to Joe Biden? Do you think he's alive?
Who knows?
I think he became unelectable. Do you have any thoughts on Biden dropping out?
It's rough.
There's no Democrats in heaven.
Chat.
The reason they're not, because they...
Chat, this is who I am these days. Watch this. Chicken, green beans, water.
That is not water, man.
Visit clap. Visit clap. Healthy.
Mouth
cool,
water.
And
I don't believe
long
anybody
life
should
ahead.
have the right to have preschool, transgender, queer elementary education, drag queen stir out in the United States Department of Education.
What are your thoughts on Biden dropping out?
I'm depressed.
You're depressed?
Because I know Trump could have beat him.
What are your thoughts on Kamala?
She's got a good laugh.
Yeah.
He's obviously, like, we love him. So it's sad, personally. But I'm excited that the Democratic Party's rejuvenated.
It was a shock, I must say.
Yeah?
I'm still trying to take it in, to tell you the truth.
It was very tough. I know it's something he didn't want to do, but I think he looked at what was good for the country, good for the party.
It's so fucking
But
dry.
more importantly, what was good for the country, because there's so much at stake in this election. It's never been like this before.
Kamala has a chance at beating Trump?
Yes.
Yeah?
So a lot of young people are going to vote for her. You know?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think
Why?
we're back in it. I think she's got all the experience, and I think he's very intimidated by strong women.
Okay.
So I can't wait to see this debate. I hope she debates him. So
What?
yeah, I think that would be wonderful.
Also, if you want more boots on the ground news like this, that's not limited by what sponsorships will approve or what YouTube will monetize.
Okay, Trump has a lot of negative things, okay, and some of them positive, but not. Listen, afraid of women? Oh, I don't think so.
And that's not bought and paid for like mainstream
Intimidated by
media.
women?
I want
No.
to make this YouTube channel fully independent, and I need your help. Little as $5
Come on,
a
bro.
month, you can
What?
subscribe to my Patreon at patreon.com/Tyler Oliveira for exclusive videos only on my Patreon, like this one, where I spend the day with Florida's most unhinged police department. And my Patreon will offer early access
How
to
did that change?
all
What
the
did I say?
videos you already watch on YouTube, extended cuts, and uncensored cuts exclusively on Patreon for as little as $5 a month. Thanks for your support, and back to DC.
The team that she's going to be able to assemble is going to be phenomenal. She's so focused on women's right, on a horrific Supreme Court decision to roll back Roe v. Wade.
Who do you think will win?
I think if Kamala runs, she'll win.
Who are you voting for?
I'm voting for Trump because I'm old.
What about you, miss?
Trump all the way.
Was it
That's
after the
based.
debate you lost hope in his
That
ability
was
to
based
potentially
that-
win?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
When I came here 4 weeks ago, DC was very strongly Democrat, very strongly pro-Biden.
Forget his
After the
old
debate, it seems like the
day.
air has shifted a
You know,
bit.
the air went out of his campaign. And
So, do you think it's democratic for Kamala Harris to be the nominee despite Joe Biden receiving the delegate votes already?
It was the two of them
Sure.
as a team. So one of them has dropped out, one of them continues.
Interesting.
I think it doesn't matter, but I stand on the other side, though.
Okay.
I'm waiting for Trump to get back in the office.
You still got to get 51% of vote, don't you?
No.
No?
Given the way the Electoral College works, you just have to win the Electoral College system.
Yeah, but she's not going to win the Electoral College.
Okay, to this point, what's most controversial, I think, among Republicans and some Democrats is that Biden had the delegate votes from the primary election to be the Democratic nominee. Kamala does not yet.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So it seems like it's undermining some level
Wait,
of democracy,
she needs
right?
it?
If the people and the delegates wanted Biden to be the guy, they basically pressure him out after one bad debate. What's really going on here?
It's just a good exposure.
But I thought people voted for president and vice president. No, isn't it always like Biden, Harris?
Of this flawed
So they
system,
have
right?
I think so.
They have to endorse both
Full
pretty much. No.
rewrite, personally. Does our vote have any weight? Does it matter? Does any of this
No.
matter? Yeah.
I never vote
Never vote. Nope. Why?
because I don't think any of them are good. Just, the usual fuck
Okay.
up the Middle East,
Sure.
get rich off of them.
The same party and people behind it and the same policies.
Okay.
So I don't know if there's that much difference, to be really honest.
My visa is
Yeah, if none of them stands for what you stand for, then don't vote.
Exact same policies that the Republican Party is
I don't think my visa.
Because you
it's
vote-
It's infinite.
why aren't we allowing Kennedy
You have to think
on the
of
stage?
it this way:
Yeah,
if
it's
you
a good
vote,
question.
you don't vote for who you agree with all of the things, because
All right.
that guy isn't there. You only agree with yourself, okay?
I mean, the lesser
You
of
vote
two
for the
evils.
person
Ukraine needs the support. If
who
he
you think
continues
changes the one
doing what
thing
he's
that
doing,
you want to
then
have changed the
we're
most. So you look,
just
what do you want to have
next
changed
to
in the
Poland,
country?
and they're all
Or if you don't want
themselves.
anything changed, who doesn't change anything,
Take a
right?
more global perspective, perhaps?
What do you want to have changed in the country? Who is the one person that says, that's the one thing I'm gonna change, it's the one thing I'm gonna focus on, above all other things, you vote for that guy, even if you don't agree with him on a lot of issues, because they only get into term for so long. So if they're gonna change anything, they're gonna change the one thing that you wanna have
Every
changed.
country should do what's best for its own country first and foremost. So I think the biggest question is, are we seeing the end of the American empire as we've known it?
Will you be voting for Kamala if she's the nominee?
Yes. I really don't know if she's a good fit or not.
I learned that today.
She don't really have experience in that role right now.
Would you have voted for Joe Biden if he was still the nominee?
I most likely would have.
Yeah.
I would have.
Now that Kamala is the nominee, will you vote for Kamala?
So it's not that I know things. It's that there's a level of knowledge you need to know about something. Right? If you say things like that, it means that you know absolutely nothing. You know under the check. In terms of political knowledge, okay, you have like 100 where you're like a juicer, right? What he said is like a 5, like it's a -5.
Kamala? If she is the nominee,
That's
right?
under like
Sure on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
common sense.
A lot of Democrats are in
What
the
are you
same
talking
position of uncertainty.
Especially right now.
What's like one big issue you're considering?
That women have choice and that there's fairness to all people.
You think Kamala could send in?
If the U.S. stops funding their military and pulls out of everywhere, the world falls apart and you have a World War III the same day. What are you talking about?
Interesting precedent for being
True.
the first,
What the fuck are you talking about,
woman
man?
and then woman of color.
True.
president?
Absolutely, but I don't know that America.
You have, because, yo, a lot of countries are dependent on the US for their military.
Everybody throws fucking bombs.
All of, half of Europe depends on the US to have a capable military.
So let's say Trump wins. What is your biggest concern as a Brit?
He's NATO. He's against NATO, isn't he?
Anyone but Trump, man.
Yeah.
That's
Do you
my
think
thought.
Kamala can beat Trump?
I'm kind of doubtful, I'll be honest. Like, he's got a lot of support. But,
Yes,
hey, man,
people
what can
depend
help? But at the same time, the
Not only do people depend on America, so some people don't do things because of America and because of what they have set up on. Here's what it is. Like it's not just what America does, it's what they prevent at once. It's like they have webs everywhere.
Republican Party is drifted
You can't
really
just
far to the
stop
right.
that
I
overnight,
feel. It like pulls the Overton window over as well, and so I feel just a responsibility to kind of.
Dude, you say not a problem. Unfortunately, it is your problem. Your microchips, all your shit is fucked.
Vote Democrat, even if I don't particularly
there's
like
a lot
other
of
policies.
I think that
things
Biden is a
that the
good
world
man.
does for America,
And I think
America
he
does for them.
did
You
a
lose
really
that, it's
hard
GG.
thing.
Why do you think he's a good man? Just out of curiosity.
Because he's done some remarkable things for this country.
What has he done? What are the biggest policies you're thinking of coming into your vote here?
Honestly, a lot of it is abortion and women's rights.
If Trump were pro-abortion, would that change your vote from Democrat to Republican?
Not particularly. Also, just because I think Trump is kind of an ass sometimes, you know.
My retirement account looks better than it's looked in a long time. He's managed 2 wars. He signed the infrastructure bill, and he got us out of COVID.
Do you think you'll be voting for Kamala if she's the nominee now?
I don't know. I have to think about it. But do I think the 4 years in the White House took a toll on him? All you have to do is.
Well, this is why America is brain dead. You are so clueless, it's unbelievable. Oh no, or microchips. Brother, the microchips are everything. What are you on about them? The world runs on microchips. Without this shit, you fall behind, you lose, you die. What are you on about?
Look at the pictures.
Who will you vote
Yes.
Never Trump.
Your computer, the military, your high ground, space shit, rockets. What are you on about?
There's so many people in suits out here. I really
Yeah.
am starting to believe we are in the swamp. Should have
And there are
worn
only
my
a few places in the world that make them.
We're asking folks their thoughts on Biden
I'm pretty sure,
dropping out and
for
Kamala
some
Harris
reason
being
or
the nominee.
another,
Indifferent. Are you voting Republican?
not
Democrat?
everybody can make them because of
Think Trump will
certain
win?
material that's used in it.
Do I look like Biden?
There are few nations have
a little bit.
access to,
That's my
something
problem.
like that.
You're older?
So what? Who cares?
Do you think the Democrats have any hope regardless of who their nominee is?
No. Every vote I've had in my life is not a vote for
If you want to pull out from everything global,
against the fascists,
you need to be able to be self-sufficient with all the resources you need.
That's
And
the only choice in America.
nobody is that.
So who will you be voting against this
Except maybe China, right?
Donald Trump. A snail ran for president as the Democratic nominee against Trump. Would you vote for the snail?
Well, I don't think the snail could get on the ballot.
If Hitler ran for president as a Democratic nominee versus Trump, who would you vote for?
This is Hitler.
You think Trump's Hitler?
Well, he's a pawn of Hitler.
In what sense?
If you don't know that.
True. I just asked them the number one policy on what they're voting for. True, I agree with that. Who you vote for, number one policy on what influences your choice and what the policy is.
Then I can't help
What is
it.
it?
Don't you think if you're out here with all these posters and whatnot, it might be fair to share an ounce of what you're, pitching?
If you can't read it, then I can't. I'm not a teacher.
So I'm going to say if you're unable to explain your ideas, you don't actually know what you're talking about.
It's more than obvious.
That Trump's a fascist?
Well, of course.
Well, how so?
Well, you don't know this. Well, I can't help you.
Seems counterproductive, right?
Well, I don't care what you think.
Fair enough. Thanks so much for your time. It always ends this way with you and I. Next time I'll bring you a Red Bull.
You can't drink alcohol here.
I believe that Trump's going to be.
Oh, this guy's
they're gonna try to
retarded.
assassinate him
Oh
again.
my
What are your
god,
thoughts on the
man.
first assassination attempt? Do you think that was the act of an individual?
I really do, but I still believe that when you're dealing with society today, the Secret Service, they want him out, okay? Because everything here is controlled by the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer inhumans.
He almost got killed.
No, man, they missed the opportunity to take advantage of that. They totally blew it.
Interesting. Okay.
See, sooner or later they're gonna have to take that patch off his ear, man.
But to be fair, he took a bullet to the ear. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Were you surprised to hear about the assassination attempt?
That was a scam.
You think so?
Yeah.
Do you think it was a setup by the Republicans?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though 2 people died?
2 people died. I ain't hear about that. Trump seemed like the type of guy to be like, we gotta have a little collateral damage. It's okay.
Do you think there's a world where that's a conspiracy or a setup by the Republicans?
We're talking politics. Anything can happen in politics.
Sure. What are your thoughts on Kamala?
First black woman president.
Okay.
I'm with it.
3 weeks ago, we came here to D.C. asking people the same question. They all loved Biden. The debate happens. Now he's too old, incompetent. Do you think the speech was worth
man,
it
this
for
makes
him?
me want to give up,
I think
man.
most people saw it for what it was before the debate, and then
This type of video makes you want to fucking commit tax fraud. On God, seriously, this makes you lose faith in everything.
and after the debate, it became obvious.
People
Yeah.
don't deserve to have their roads fucking drivable and their water drinkable.
This
and
is
their
this is what
power
makes you lose faith in
their outlets.
democracy,
They don't
man.
deserve it. People are too fucking brain dead. This makes you want to fucking commit tax fraud. On God.
To even his supporters.
Obviously, there was writing on the wall after that debate. But Kamala? Endorsement from Biden, the Clintons, the Soros family, and Gavin Newsom? What's going on, and how did this all happen within the last 24 hours?
Within the span of a few weeks, DC went from unanimous Biden support to questioning his mental competency. What do Trump supporters think about Biden dropping out, Kamala replacing Biden, and the assassination attempt on Trump? I pulled up to a Trump rally at the Bojangles Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina to find out.
What are your thoughts on Kamala Harris?
Horrible. Well, there's not really anything I like about her, so there's pretty much everything.
Hi, yeah, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, maid.
She was supposed to
It's 2
take
p.m.
charge of the border, and she
Dude,
did.
it's 2 p.m.
Bottom line
The
is,
fuck?
I don't think Kamala stands a chance.
Oh my God. It's not going to happen in the name of Jesus. It's not going to happen in the name of Jesus.
Actual cave goblin.
Trump's a misogynist or whatever it may be. What do you have to say to them to convince them to come out?
He loves the American people. That's right.
He's the goblin lord, the goblin king.
And that's all that matters.
That's right. I'd like to see any other man that's never talked like that before either.
I'm glad Biden's dropping out. Kamala's a joke.
Okay.
And Trump all the way.
You think it was undemocratic to allow her to come in as the replacement that quick?
Absolutely.
Do you think she should have to regain all those delegate votes and then become the nominee?
Absolutely.
I actually don't think that's part of democracy.
Wait,
at
chat.
all. I
They
think
could just transfer.
if you're really going to do it the right way,
They could just
you gotta go
transfer
through
the
primaries, but they knew it all along. You know.
I don't understand why the Democrats did that. I mean, they must think she's their best chance right now.
I think it's all planned. Yeah. I think they held the debate super early for a reason. He's out now. Like they knew they couldn't beat Trump, so there she is, and I can't believe they're backing her. So
still standing, impeached, arrested, convicted, and shot. Anyone who thinks my story is anywhere near over is sadly mistaken. Wow. They printed those fast. We're asking folks their thoughts on Biden dropping out.
I think he was way beyond ready to be retired, and I don't think she's done anything besides repeat herself and mumble since she's been in office.
I've heard she likes to giggle.
A whole lot, yes.
Okay. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's for the best. Absolutely.
You think Kamala has a better shot?
Yo, stop dancing up your face, man.
Kamala knew it months and months ago, and it's a shame that she covered it up for so many
What the
months.
fuck is that? She's dancing up her face.
She got all the money.
I see. Get the whole war chest, right? Yeah. You think that's undemocratic to allow her to be the gal without having to go through primaries?
Absolutely.
I think they raised like 80-something mil on the first day that she announced that, whatever. Oh, I don't really think it's about the money, is it?
If there are any ladies out there on the fence of, I don't know who I should vote for.
I'll tell you what I did.
Let me go first.
Yeah, it's not.
Safety. Are you kidding me? All the stories of the immigrants that are coming in and hurting young women. I go to University of Tennessee, and I want to continue
What's going on with her face? Is there a problem?
coming in and
What the
hurting young
fuck is she
women.
doing? She
I
tends
go to
up these
University of
muscles here,
Tennessee,
man.
And I want to
Please.
continue to keep my campus safe along with every other campus
Like
in
that,
America.
man. What the fuck are you doing?
Illegal immigrants will be fighting against us.
You know, there's
That's
people
cocaine.
coming into our country, bringing in fentanyl and stuff like that, and it's not
Dude,
good.
fucking cocaine.
And we don't really have an idea of how many people are in our country right now, so it's really important.
What are your thoughts on
So these talks like whenever a teacher asks you like to say 3 things that are positive about yourself, it's like
Biden dropping out?
I think it's great.
Yeah.
this is the way he's talking.
It would have been an easier win, but
What are your thoughts on Kamala?
It was like 7th grade.
tackling Kamala?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a joke. I think it's a horrible. She didn't even get voted in. How
It's
can
not
she
good
possibly be on the
because
ticket?
it
Her
doesn't do
existence
good
on the
things.
ticket is by nature undemocratic.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I posted that yesterday.
I think that Biden's just incompetent. They were letting other people run it, probably Kamala.
I
She
don't
was
think
the
they
main
realize
person
that it's,
was,
that it's
you know,
all
feeding
about
him.
me.
And then I think that he
But it's
finally
all
got so
about me.
embarrassed in the debate that they decided.
There's all these
"Hey,
people that
let's
they
get
don't
him outta
even
here."
realize.
And then all of the other Democratic people said,
Ridiculous.
"Hey,
I don't
let's
think these people should
Kamala."
vote.
And so
Vote.
she had
They're
so many
retarded.
endorsements.
They shouldn't vote. Right?
Wow. All right. Does that encapsulate what you're feeling?
I mean, you know, you got to stand up for what you believe.
I mean, you understand that people are simple. People are simple-minded, right? That's the ball. That's the ball game. So like, if being a certain way, like in demeanor, in behavior, in language, gets so many votes and get people's approval, like being nice, I mean, no shit they play that game. Look at these guys.
I think that the American people think that
Look at the reason why people are voting.
You know, I think he encompasses a lot of morals for people here.
Joe Biden dropping out.
Somebody is mean. This person is this.
He's
This
getting
person is
kind of
that.
older, and you know, not to make fun of him or anything, but he is kind of decrepit, and he doesn't really know what's going on a lot of times.
And very honestly, with Kamala taking on, I don't think she's got a shot.
I mean, overall, I mean, let's go, Brandon. All right. Joe Biden. At the end of the day. That man's dead. If we're gonna be honest, I feel like we haven't seen him in 6
Apparently, a
days.
speech is happening right when this starts. Allegedly.
I call that bullshit.
Okay.
It's recorded.
You see a reanimated corpse? We had drained the swamp here.
Donnie to sign it here. Donnie signed it for me.
Whoa! Okay.
We got the big T. Big T.
What the fuck?
Whoa! Okay.
We got the big T. Big T right here. Whoa. That's a real one.
We're definitely gonna see he's either dead in the next 2 weeks or something happens.
Okay. Do you think the last election was rigged?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. How do you have 300,000 votes coming at 8 o'clock, 4 o'clock?
I looked at videos. I was home because of COVID. I watched the TV, and they cheated, and Trump did not get a fair chance. And these people have put Trump through the ringer.
That being said, what are your thoughts on Kamala Harris?
You know what? It's truly sad.
She's
that
got the
we have
smoking
people
lip.
in America who want to look at race and who want to
Yeah,
look at
her lips look like a butthole.
you
Smoker.
put people
She's a
in
smoker.
office who can do the job. Kamala Harris can't even complete a complete sentence. She goes around in circles and circles and circles and cackles and laughs.
with Kamala Harris being a black woman, you know, a lot of liberals like, you know, they want a woman president, someone's black. So again, there's not a lot of time for her actually to get grilled and answer real political questions, so we actually know what her political beliefs are.
Dude, what the fuck is he talking about? What does the time to get grilled have anything to do with that she's either a woman or black or both? What the fuck?
Okay. I don't think Kamala's chances are good against Trump. I think if they wanted to win, they would just put somebody like Michelle Obama in. That would be the easiest win for them.
What about Michelle Obama?
What about her?
What are your thoughts on Michelle?
She's as crooked as her husband.
Okay.
Kamala's not going to do anything for our country.
I'm here with Koreans for Trump. Is that what I'm witnessing?
Yep, we are Korea. We came all the way from South Korea to support Trump.
Actually?
What's that? Yeah.
Real?
Yeah. Some of us even gave up jobs to do it because we know that what's at stake is not just America. What's at stake is the world peace. We all know that under Trump's presidency that there was no war that started. But under Biden, there was war.
Chad, how do people feel about if Kamala Harris will be able to like perform like the international stage, like, you know, deal with all the, how come people that she could pull it off, you know? Thoughts? Think she'll be fine?
No.
I have no horses.
War in Ukraine. There's war in the Middle East.
You guys are American citizens, or you flew all the way? No.
We are not American.
It seems like a big step up to me.
Yep,
That's what it looks like. But
we cannot vote for him, but we are here to support President Trump, support the supporters of President Trump, so that people would know that you are not alone. America, you're not alone. The world is with you. The world is praying for President Trump. And there's even from Japan.
Whoa, how you doing?
Someone from Japan or some Korean.
You know?
Came from Thai.
Hi.
From Europe.
Hello.
Everywhere.
I don't believe we live in a free elections world anymore. You know, it just the Democrats prove time after time that they're going to cheat, steal, lie. I just hope that Trump overcomes
I think you
good versus evil here. That's where we're in.
Sure. Were you here when the assassin?
Yeah, I understand she's VP. She's more capable. Being the face is a different ballgame. It just is. I don't know to what extent, what capacity. It's just what
attempt went down.
It is what it feels to me anyway.
Like popping noise, but we didn't think it was gunshots. Thought it was fireworks. About 5 minutes later, people come running out saying there was a shooting.
Of course, it's shocking that someone would do that. It didn't surprise me that it happened. Again, if you listen to Dan Bongino, because of his past service, being in Secret Service, he's been screaming and yelling that this was going to happen.
I'm glad the guy missed, and I'm glad he's dead, and I'm glad Trump is still here. It doesn't matter what you look like, where your background is, what color your skin is. Trump loves everybody.
Why did he wait so long to take the shot? Why didn't he get permission to take the shot ever? You know, it's just, there's a lot of unanswered questions that I think the public really
Do we know this for a fact?
want to know about.
You think the previous election was stolen?
Oh, 100%, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I do believe the election was stolen.
Okay.
That's my personal opinion. I've done lots of extensive personal research, watched lots of interviews, information.
I'll wait till the full investigation
Our
is
family
released.
does not take media's word
Which
for
might be
it.
never.
We don't just gobble down the Kool-Aid.
All right.
Those ways that illegal ballots were harvested.
I think people in our generation, we don't.
When they say personal research, they never mean actual research where they look at facts and documents. When they say personal research, it means looking at other alternative news sources that have a more biased, different alternative point of view. That's what I mean by that. That is, they don't use the word research properly. Okay, research is, okay, if you're telling me that this video says this and does that, okay, cool, I take that. Let me do some of my research. I will look at the documents, look at the fucking witness statements, and I will look at the video. Oh, okay, I have a new opinion now. I did my research. That's about as best as you can do it, right? Doing your research isn't, well, I used to go to CNN, now I do my research. Instead, I will read The Guard or whatever the fuck. I will read Rolling Stone or some shit. Like, dude, that's not research. You
care enough about like politics. You know, we just play it off and say, well, it's one vote. But
True.
you know, having
Yeah.
interactions like this helps other people see a new perspective. You can have really productive conversations about the future of our country. I mean, we can be on the brink of World War III if, you know, we don't take action right now and protect each other.
I'm
Do you think
assuming
Trump
yes.
winning
I
gives us the best chance of, I don't know, reducing the chance of a World War III?
I think for sure, Trump and any Republican in office, you know, countries don't want to mess with us, right? They were running all over Biden.
I want to see Kamala.
access to information these days is good enough for you to look at things objectively. For most of the things, yeah, there are some things that our sources say, but even then, there's still always at least a little bit of information you can get, right? And media sucks. It's
Talking
trash.
to President Putin. I really would like that show.
Putin would respect Kamala?
Kamala has no respect from anybody, even from her own.
Kamala said things like she wanted to stop airplane travel. She's all about the climate, and it's not possible the way she wants to run this country.
All right, I'm here with
Al Weatherman, Republican candidate for Lieutenant Governor.
Why are we here right now, Hal?
We're here to support America.
No, what I mean is that the sources, a lot of times, when they say their sources is inside information or whatever, or people that are coming out, whistleblowers, and people who won't name themselves, people who are trusted, and then we'll talk to them, and only to them, as long as they're not like being put out there. Yeah, I mean, these are sources, and you cannot verify that because it's GG. You have to believe that their journalism and integrity is good enough. But even then, when they report facts, they don't say the facts. They always like filter it, which I don't like. But I don't know.
We're here to support Donald J.
Yeah, I guess
Trump.
it's hard. Something shit like that.
We don't like how he's been treated. We know that when they're coming after Trump, they're actually coming after us. We support him.
Oh, it's all about us. It's all about me.
And so you see the crowd.
It's all about me.
This crowd will get much larger today. People want to change in this country. They don't like the direction that we're headed.
Do you have any thoughts for anyone that may be on the fence right now as to who they should vote for?
I would say if you're on the fence in today's world right now, wake up. What are you looking at, right? Look around you. High prices, high gas, people can't afford their groceries. Crime is spiraling out of control. Our southern border's in complete collapse. We need security, we need stability, and we need to be able to afford to live. And that means change needs to happen, and Donald Trump is the one to lead that change.
Okay, but what does that though? I wish these guys would just give us like the #1 policy that bridges that gap from not being able to afford shit to you affording things. What are the things that are being done that causes this? That isn't with the Democrats, right?
And I want to help that here in North Carolina.
You ask this guy, his head actually blows up.
And a governor as well.
We can barely get by. I feel really sorry. I have 20-something-year-old kids, and my heart goes out to them because how in the world can they survive and buy homes? It's like the American dream is gone because of the homes not being affordable. And food, I have a child that has 5 kids. I'm a grandmother. They have 5 kids, and food now costs $12,000 more a year, which is ridiculous.
I think everyone should consider their personal morals and values and vote based off their morals and values, not off of a political party.
The bottom line is our economy has never thrived.
If you vote off of your morals, you either 1, vote for nobody, or 2, vote for some bullshit party that has like 0% vote that will never be anything. That's the problem with America with the bipartisan bullshit. You can't do anything.
Yeah, you have to look at democracy like this. The leaders, they switch around, right? So they only get to do so much. And the point of democracy is that when you don't have a democracy and you have a monarchy, for example, you get a good ruler who does a bunch of good shit, and then you get his son who's a lazy bum who fucks the entire country up, right? When you have a democracy, you get only mediocrity. You get a bunch of mediocre leaders that do a little bit, could have done a lot better. So the guy that's all good, he's not there. He's not there, okay? That guy doesn't exist. He's not there. You can't vote this guy in because when you have this guy that's all good according to you, everybody else thinks he's bad, right?
You can't do shit.
Everybody else thinks he's bad.
Does your party and your candidate is in line with all your morals and values, or even most of them? Absolutely fucking not. What the fuck are you talking about?
In the way that it did under Trump. I think it's just more of like a political stance when people choose.
If you said yes, you're a loser. Sorry.
It's ignorance, in my opinion. I mean, Trump, we've never been a better country.
Pretty much all you have to do is look the 4 years that we had Trump, and then the next 4 years, and where was your life better at?
I just want to say, subscribe to Tyler Oliveira, the best YouTube channel on YouTube. He's my favorite.
Paid actor.
In Canada, like we have some party called I think called the NDP or whatever, and it's getting like more popular. And it's getting up there, right? And if it gives the people that like different choice that's like more of their choice for the people that like that party, whatever. Which is kind of cool to see, like well, I mean, I don't think they'll win, but still, it's. I didn't know that a party could emerge and actually gain a lot of votes.